Now back to Miller on Sports, the show that pushes up its sleeves and gets to work. Everything else is just talk. Brought to you by the law offices of Ron Scholes.
Hour number 2 continues, and this is an absolute delight as well. I'm so excited. JT Townsend, former Episcopal high school football player. I'm sure you know his story. If not, you'll learn about it today and much, much more. He joins me in studio. JT, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks for inviting.
Excellent. I'm so excited. Now, I wanted your permission before you came on the air of if you could tell your story. Now, I remember it seems like yesterday, October of 2004. Can you give our listeners a little bit of what happened, of what you remember?
Yes, the date was October 8th, 2004, and I was playing strong safety. I went in on a blitz, and I hit the running back. I fell to the ground, and I couldn't get up. Mm-hmm. And then we had the trainers came out. They were like, JT, what's wrong? What's wrong? And I felt my breath slowly going away, and I couldn't get up. And they thought I had a lung collapse, but later on in the hospital, we found out I had a spinal cord injury.
And now, what is going through your mind when all of this is happening? Because I think for me personally, I'd be in absolute fear. I'd be terrified. What was going through your mind?
Oh yes, waking up in the hospital, it was strange not being able to move, and I looked over to my mom, and we really didn't know what was going on, but she was like, we're gonna believe in God, and we're gonna get through it.
And that was one of the things. I found a story on Jacksonville.com, and I told your mother right here, Carmen, just how amazing that was. The quote of her saying, "What happened was no accident; it was an incident. JT was chosen." Do you believe that as well?
Yes, I truly believe that this incident happened for a reason, because I believe He has carried me through this whole situation, and He continues to carry me through it.
And now, a good buddy of mine is Richard Collier, and we talk every Monday. We talk NFL, we talk Jaguars. Rich is one of my favorite guys that come on the radio show. And every time I see him, he has this bright smile on his face. He's never upset. He's never angry. He's always happy and joyful. Do you feel like that's you in a way? Because every time I've seen you, you've got this big smile on your face.
I do feel like that. I mean, I'm not the get down type person. And I feel like this situation happened for a reason, and life goes on. Mm-hmm. You have to keep pushing no matter what.
Well, it definitely goes on, and I did want to tell you, I told you during the break, I thought you were a little more upset than I thought you'd be. I told you I went to Bishop Kenny, and I thought if I told you maybe last week or this morning, you might not show up.
Yeah, I might have changed my mind. That was our robbery school, but I don't know, ever since my injury happened on that field, they've been very good to me.
Nope. Okay, well that's what I like to hear. As a Crusader, I'm glad to hear that, and I'm glad you showed up as well, JT. I'm very pleased. Now, your updates on physical therapy. The last I read, you had toe movement, and it was improving. Anything for our listeners? Any new developments for you?
Yes, I'm getting much better. I have feeling all over, and the shoulders are coming along, and they're feeling muscles through my legs.
That's amazing. Is it one of those things when you hear that news that you're just excited for, what, a week or a month?
You're excited all the time. I mean, because there's no telling what God can do, you know. I feel like He's touching me all over. If what the doctor said couldn't happen, He's saying that I can do it.
Oh, excellent stuff. He's JT Townsend joining us in studio on this Tuesday afternoon on AM 1600 WZNZ, and you can listen online at ilovethetruth.com. So now you're attending the University of North Florida. I've seen that things are going along. We talked last week. You're getting your degree in sports management. You loving college?
Oh, I'm loving it, but I can say I'm ready to get out.
Really?
Yes, I have 3 more classes after this semester, and we'll see what happens after that.
And now it's looking like a summer graduation?
Yep, summer or maybe fall. With this major, the classes don't usually fall on the same exact semester, so I may have to wait.
Oh yeah, I've had that happen before. It's certain schools, and I won't give the names, but I feel like that's happened a few times. Now, if you had to rate it, and your mother is in the studio, so it might be a little biasness. If not, let me know. But on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you feel like your mother? How proud of you is she?
That's a 10 plus.
10 plus, yeah.
That's a 10
that's what I
plus.
gather.
Yeah, it is. It is. She's been by my side since day one, and she continues to be there.
Now, have you been to any UNF Osprey basketball games?
I haven't.
Not yet? Oh, they're playing so well.
Yeah, I heard.
They're playing really well. We'll have to go to a game together at some point in time. And I do want to talk about your foundation, the JT Townsend Foundation. You can find that online. I'll link it as well at Facebook. Check it out at Miller on Sports. It began last April. How did this come about? Was this your idea, or did you have friends and family say, hey, JT, you need to start this foundation?
Yes, it was my idea, and I was blessed enough to have people in the position to help me. You know, when my incident happened, I was so blessed to have the Jacksonville community and friends and family just to be by my side and help me out, get a house built and things like that. And a lot of people don't know how much expense goes into people with disabilities, and
yeah.
I feel like this foundation is a way for me to give back.
I think as well, JT, sometimes we get caught up in life and the society that we live in. We just sometimes forget about past incidents, and it's one of those things of, oh yeah, whatever happened to him? Were you surprised or impressed, maybe both, with the way the Jacksonville community stepped up and came by your side?
Oh yes, I surely was. Just from visits in the hospital, just from cards, just from phone calls, and when I got hurt, it was a beeper that they made for me that whenever it went off, somebody was thinking about me, and you know, that just warms your heart.
Wow.
When you're laying in the hospital, you know.
How many times do you think that beeper went off, maybe in the span of 1 hour?
Oh my God, gazillion. Yeah, it was. I mean, it was just flashing and flashing and flashing.
That's amazing. Now, the JT Townsend Foundation began last April, raises money to provide medical equipment and assistance to others with disabilities in Northeast Florida. That's got to make you happy and proud when you see these individuals receiving assistance because of you and everything that you've done.
Oh yes, it makes me. I mean, these guys, they're so appreciative, and just to come up, they're crying. Mm-hmm. And I can remember being in that position, so to be able to give back and see others like that, I mean, it feels good.
Yeah, do you feel like you become part of their family once you've done this for them?
Oh yes, once this happened, we're connected in many ways. We're still talking and emailing each other afterwards.
He's JT Townsend joining us in studio on this Tuesday afternoon, talking about his story, talking about the JT Townsend Foundation, and much, much more. Now, the local area golfer, Fred Funk, he's been associated with you and your family for a while now. What has he meant to your family?
Fred has been an angel in disguise. He's he still connects with us. We go to movies, out to eat, and things like that. He's part of the family.
Now, who picks up the tab? Does Fred, or are you picking up the tab?
No, I try to ask Fred, but Fred's like, no, I'll take it.
That's a sign of a nice guy right there. Yeah. That's a sign of a nice guy right there is what that is. Man, you need to bring me along to these dinners.
That's the next time.
All right, definitely indeed. When was the last time you saw Fred?
Well, he was out. He's been touring a lot, so I've supposed to went to our house for a dinner, but you know, those guys are off and on, so going different places. So hopefully when he gets back, I'll see him again.
Do you ever send him a text or maybe give him a phone call if he's had a good weekend or something?
Oh yeah, I do. Me and his wife and Fred, we talk off and on all the time.
Oh, that's wonderful. Good stuff. JT Townsend Foundation, JT in studio on this Tuesday afternoon. Any questions for him? I'm on Facebook at Miller on Sports. I'm ready with any questions. We've got him again for another 15 minutes or so, and we'll talk much more. Florida State Seminoles sweatshirt is on right now. You excited for next season?
I am. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
I think
it's going to be a big year.
Right now.
Yep.
This off season is too long.
I hate the drought. It's a drought. I hate it.
He's JT Townsend joining us in studio. Much, much more. Right here, it's AM 1600 WZNZ and Miller on Sports. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Any questions for JT? I'm right there on Facebook at Miller on Sports, ready for you. JT is ready for me again. We'll talk some more. JT Townsend in studio for Miller on Sports. Many different things. We'll talk college football, Florida State, National Signing Day, and much, much more. He's JT Townsend and Miller on Sports. More of the show, more of hour number 2. Stay tuned. Right here, it's AM 1600 WZNZ.
More of Miller on Sports after this.